Welcome back, hustlers, to episode 8 of our Grand Hustle After Show. We're talking the Casino Night Challenge, eliminations, George versus everybody again, and of course we have T.I. trivia. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, you can have whatever you like. Yeah. I was like, where my man at trying to give me whatever I like? Like, younger me, I was like, what, like 16 when this song came out?
Right. Kids today will never know.
That's definitely one of those. Welcome back, hustlers, to another after show for the Grand Hustle. I'm your host, Kayla Rene, and of course, I'm not by myself. My ladies are here.
What's up, AfterBuzzers? It's your girl, Chellz Evette, and I'm super excited to be back.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Shamarri.
Yeah, Chellz, you was gone last week.
I know, but you guys did such an amazing job. I was watching it and I was really happy. Shout out to Sierra and 5 Mics for coming down. They're like really like holding it down.
Yes. That was really great. They were there. They had a lot of energy. They kept it lit up in here, so it was fun.
Last week was fun. Yeah,
it was.
But speaking of fun, what did you guys think of tonight's episode? Overall thoughts?
You know what? I was really well. Let me not say excited. I was really pleased with this episode. Like the casino layout was great. I think it looked nice. It was one of those episodes that I felt was very easygoing. Most of them have been chaotic, but this one was pretty easygoing. People were working together. I just gave me like a clean layout.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I would say too, like they worked together really well in this episode. You can just see that they've actually grown and matured, and they're kind of grasping this whole idea of this hustle and like focusing on what's important for the most part. So
I was thinking the same thing. Like Chellz, it was like really like a calm episode, but I was like finally happy to see them dive into like charity work, something that's like been like super profitable or whatever.
Yeah,
but
me too.
I was like, all the little nits and little bolts and pieces and stuff was just like, it made it so not smooth. It was like we can't ever have no little smooth ride.
You can't.
You gotta have a little bit of petty in every challenge.
Absolutely, but usually when we come in here, I'm like, no, this episode was crazy. Like everybody's doing this, everybody's doing that, nobody's getting along. But today it was like a very smooth transition in comparison to last week's episode.
I don't know if I was gonna have anything to talk about, but of course, it was like, no, Jillian had to come for George, and then it ended up being like everybody against George once again.
But he held his ground, which you have to give it to George. Even though everybody's against him, he always finds a way to still stand out or still at least get the main thing done. Like at the end of the day, George's numbers are always on point. George always comes through and gets the challenge done properly. Like you can't even knock him.
George seemed like he has the type of personality that growing up his whole life, a lot of people didn't like him. So he's probably like, not in a shady way, but he's probably just used to it. And some people take pride in that. Like, you meet those people and they're like, don't nobody like me. And it's like, that's not cute. You like that nobody like you. Some people like that type of like, I guess, attention or lack thereof. And he seemed like he has that type of personality.
George be feeling unbothered, though. I just feel like he just be looking like, I could say something, but let me not today.
Which I feel like we've watched him grown over the episodes.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, in the beginning.
I honestly feel like George might be like bottom 3. I feel like he has like a lot of like qualities that would keep him there. You know what I mean? Because it's like he be like getting real close. We'd be like, oh, it might be George this week, but then he just be escaping under the radar.
That's true.
But it's like he always does what T.I. is asking for at the end of the day. It's like he may mess up, like T.I. was saying. It's like you may F up. But it's like, clearly you're bringing in the numbers, you're bringing money in, you're bringing the clients in. Like, you have the hustle for that, It's
like that one coworker nobody likes, but they like do a really great job.
So you can't get rid of them.
Yeah, you can't get rid of them.
They're so good.
And it's like, you try to talk to your manager about them, like, he just doesn't get along with the team. It's like, but his performance is just really great. I'll talk to him, but they're never going to fire him.
It's like a thin line between being a teacher's pet and actually like being just like somebody who do your work.
Very thin.
That's crazy. But to like not even confuse everybody, we're actually talking about the whole charity challenge. So T.I. challenged both teams, Grand and Hustle, this week to come up with a casino charity challenge for his Harris Community Works charity, which is like the whole Harris family. They collaborate on philanthropic.
I only heard of philanthropy, and T.I. said the same word that we're saying, but in a way I've never heard it before. I've only heard of philanthropist and philanthropy work, and he said philanthropic.
Yeah, and I was like,
philanthropatory. No, he said philanthropatory efforts.
Yes, it was something that we was like, whoa, let me write this down, and I had to just point it out real fast because that word just had me like confused.
Philanthropatory.
Let's look that up really quick.
It's true.
I'm sure
T.I.
it's a
wouldn't
word.
say it if it
very
wasn't.
educated
The adjectives
individual.
Or what is it, like synonyms, other ways to say the word?
I have not been.
T.I. always challenges us every week with a dictionary-based word.
Thesaurus.
Of course. But yeah, so they had to work together to come up with a charity event. And so they came up with a little casino theme thing, and the hashtag was Gamble to Give. But everybody was just coming at George. Everybody kind of had their own little task that they had to do. But Crystal started off real salty, like, for some reason. I have no idea.
And to speak on the hashtag, I'm usually not Team George, but I think that was so petty in the boardroom when he said gamble to give back. And they were like, no, let's do gamble to number 2, give. Yeah. Gamble to give.
Oh, I like that way better.
And it's just like, that was so childish. They just took out one word. So in that moment, I definitely was Team George.
Yeah.
But yeah, Crystal definitely was on 10.
They did that with the other charity challenge too, the pop-up shop. Didn't they? He came up with the hashtag with Javi, and then it was like Javi took the credit because she kind of like tweaked it and turned into something else. So it was like, y'all staying not trying to give George his little credit.
But that's really giving him even more opportunity to win, though, because he's constantly facing adversity, he's constantly facing the conflict, and he's getting through. He's persevering. So it's like, really, y'all just helping George at this point by clicking up and then going against George is really helping George at this point.
And back to Crystal, this is a side of her we never seen before.
Okay.
Yeah.
T.I. said she was like Cruella de Vil in there. Like, she had like her eyebrow raised, like she was rolling her eyes.
She was real mad. Like,
yeah, she was.
George, I was like, where's this coming from?
He just gets under people's skin, man. Like, he just really just...
And when you know that if someone has that type of personality, you have to do your best to not let them see you sweat like that. Just act completely unbothered, because he gets a kick out of like really seeing them squirm and be pissed off.
That's why I feel like he's gonna be like at least bottom 3. I don't know if he's gonna be like bottom 2.
I don't see him as bottom 3.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Who do you think is at least gonna be like the last like 2 though in front of T.I.? Like, it's gonna be one of y'all.
Jonathan.
You think so?
Jonathan, Sierra, Crystal.
Crystal. Okay, I keep thinking Crystal.
I don't know if Sierra's gonna go all the way.
For sure. Okay, for sure, Jonathan though.
I think Crystal might be the final girl.
Okay.
To be honest, maybe Sierra might be bottom 3, but I don't know if she's gonna get to like final 2.
You don't see George. You don't see George, and who said they don't? I don't
know.
George?
Mine is gonna. I don't know. I'm seeing Crystal, George, Sierra.
You don't see Jonathan?
Not necessarily.
Wow.
Only because remember he almost got eliminated with the little pool party.
True.
He was like,
everybody has almost been eliminated at this
that's
point.
True. Huh? Like,
everybody got they
I don't know if T.I. is gonna get over him munching on booties though, random.
But I can just see like T.I. telling like Jonathan, like, you have the charisma, but do you have the hustle? You know, I can see him just like walking back and forth talking to Jonathan, like
his little back and forth.
Yeah, like you have the charisma, but
do you have what it takes?
Yeah.
To be a part of Green
I do want to just say I looked up the word. It is not a word. Philanthropatory is not a word. It's philanthropist or philanthropy.
That's what I thought.
I think he said philanthropic too, though. That's why I was like, it threw me off. So, like philanthropic. Like.
Now we know that low key T.I. be making up his own words, and it's okay because
nobody would question it. And it's all good, T.I.
Yeah, it's T.I.
As long as you make it sound good.
And you sure do.
He did. So we're fine with it over here.
It's all good, guys.
That's funny, but yeah. So back to this stuff. So Jillian in this social media challenge, I wanted to take her phone away so bad. Like, sis, you are focused on the wrong things, and clearly the whole team felt that way. Also,
nobody said anything. No, nobody said anything to her. They probably felt like she's the point. We're gonna let her do her thing, and if that's what she want to do, she'll go down for it at the end of the day. Which is what happened.
So if you guys are just tuning in, Jillian had a bright idea to come up with a social media challenge. She got the idea from when Instagram had the ALS challenge and was doing the ice bucket thing, but she didn't think it all the way through because T.I. was clearly like, it took weeks for that to pop off and for everybody to catch on, and she thought a challenge was gonna happen in a day, and ultimately that challenge went nowhere. I don't think anybody participated.
But then he gave her scrutiny. He was like, tip the hat like a butler. Like, how do you do? Like hello, nice seeing you.
Can I sign your shoes? Like,
yeah, I guess she was trying to put tip like T.I.P. together. I mean, I don't know. I just
maybe tip for charity too. Like
tip for charity.
Send tips, you know.
Q-tip. Yeah. I don't know. Tip the iceberg.
I get the idea. I get the intention. I get what she was trying to do. But I just think, like T.I. was saying, for this event, for this challenge, it was a two days. Yeah. So that wasn't what she needed to do.
But like T.I. said in one of the on this episode now, he told them, like, don't try to do, like, do it.
Yeah.
So if he already has this type of mindset, T.I. doesn't really go for, like, tries. Yeah. Like, do it.
She should have just stuck with Sierra and Jonathan's idea, which was to get the flyer and then just post it on Twitter, like social media.
Yeah, but she has the type of personality that you can't tell her much.
Overachiever.
Yeah, like but then that ends up biting her in the butt. Yeah. It's like you need to be open to other people's ideas instead of just honing in on yours because, I mean, quite typically the idea was whack.
And it's like she's trying to go above and beyond, but it's like you should have went above and beyond as the point to do stuff that had to do with the thing. Like you had tables that didn't have no centerpieces. You had like cloths that weren't even like ironed or pressed out. Like, and you worried about the social media challenge.
George. I mean, my thing is he's a guy. Come on, you see these struggling, just help him. It's like she's not always a team player. Sometimes
she's not.
So,
and that's why she's not here.
Right.
We'll get to that in just a little while. But yeah, so I'm like, it seemed like George had the most ideas out of like everyone. But it was like when he fumbled and could not speak in front of the crowd, y'all, all his goodness just went out the window.
I don't understand why he continues to speak when he's not a great public speaker.
That's how you learn and get better. You
not
constantly put yourself.
Point. This is a competition, honestly.
He should have actually touched this up a long time ago before you even auditioned for the show. He should have definitely went to public speaking classes.
Probably didn't think that he would act like that. You know, you practice by yourself and then you actually get in front of everyone. You're like, oh, you know,
he just doesn't sound confident. He doesn't sound assertive. He sounds like he's always thinking of his next thought when he talks, and it's very slow. And he just keeps doing it. Like, I don't understand.
I wonder if he was just kind of like thrown off because he probably thinking like, if I'm going out for a job with T.I, I'm probably not going to have to be like a public speaker. You know what I mean? So it's like he probably didn't even touch up on those skills.
But T.I might be like, you need to be prepared for anything in this game.
Chellz be having the best like impressions for people. You should see her on Basketball Wives too, our Monday night.
Oh my gosh.
Jen and Evelyn.
Always doing impersonations.
Yes, but so George decided to step up. He was like, the event is seeming a little dry. Nobody's stepping up for the auction gifts that we have over here. Of course, he didn't went all out and got some guy to come up with a little gold diamond grill.
Yeah.
And he decided to get up in front of everybody and was just like, hey, we have these auction gifts over here. People was in the back still gambling, sleep.
He wasn't engaging the crowd.
Nothing, like, no.
But what was shady is that when, I don't know if you're going to get to what Jonathan did.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. When Jonathan saved the day, then they wanted to start pulling people in. And like we all said in agreement, like you guys could have did that when George did it. But it was just like so shady. It was like shade to George.
You know they was throwing him under the bus. They just want him to choke so bad. It's like the sad thing about it is T.I.'s noticing and it's like it's kind of biting him in the butt a little bit, but it's like he's still under the radar. He's still skating up out of there.
T.I. is 100% aware that nobody likes him. But I feel that
sure. They say it every elimination.
Exactly. Yeah. And I feel like because of that, T.I. is like, let's keep him on a little longer.
Right. You know? Poking people.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, whether you like somebody or not, it's only one person that can win. So it's not like being friends matters, to be honest. True. But I do feel like, you know, even when George did do the speaking part, I kind of felt like even when he was stumbling, when he was practicing, somebody else could have intervened. Like, nobody really intervened anyway. It's like they just let him.
Yeah, they let him embarrass himself. Yeah, and then it was like everybody, you had Terrence J and then the like K-Dub or whatever having their little 2 cents. It's like, y'all got him up there looking embarrassing.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like, luckily it was Jonathan, but I was definitely like, Sierra Jonathan should definitely step up because like y'all have the host, you know, background. So it's like, at least save your teammate.
Right, that wasn't
And
cool.
Jonathan got up there and he did what he needed to do. Yeah. And that's why I rock with Jonathan.
But see, I'm just kind of wondering, like, I don't know if it was the edits, but it was like, why did it only seem like Jonathan said like 2 or 3 extra words and then everybody else just got like real hype and was like, okay, let's get up here.
Jonathan was just like, all right, y'all, what's up, everybody? And it was just like, everybody was like.
But I think because he included the crowd, he was engaging. He's like, hey, you come out here since y'all stand there.
Like, I'm about to start pulling people out.
And then you had Crystal and Grace out there pulling people from the crowd. Like, y'all definitely could have did that when George was speaking.
Well, they didn't want to because they don't like George.
I just want to say Grace was only saved because Terrence J said that she was helping. I never know what Grace does. I never know what she's
hanging on for dear life. Grace, you hanging on, sis. She out here securing the bag.
She really is.
She's like, it's like a little doublemint twins now because it's like, she's
not
in the red dresses.
Sometimes.
Crystal and Grace, they out here just charming and.
But she doesn't stand out. That could be because of her personality, though. She could just be more like introverted, but it's still sometimes on the episodes I'm like, wait, where's Grace? Because I just don't remember anything. But you know what? She does, like, she always moves very subtle. Like, in the pool party, her and Crystal, they were there, like, being good hosts. Like, do you guys need anything? Is there anything we can get for you? And then, boom, T.I. honed in on that. I was like, oh, look at Grace and Crystal.
She knows when to do the right moment. And then like, anything else, she just be, like, real quiet and in the back.
Exactly. And then, like, now with Terrence J, she's like, oh, do you want to do auction? And
But it does sound like she's kind of following Crystal. Like
Crystal, definitely.
So she's just kind of clinging to Crystal, and so she's getting whatever Crystal gets. And that's
so if Crystal gets eliminated, what's gonna happen?
Grace, you gotta go too, sis.
Right. It's a package deal.
Grace, you might as well walk right behind the girl.
Mary Kate and Ashley, y'all gotta go. Tia Tamara, you out of here.
I mean, Venus and Serena at this point.
Venus and Serena, you gotta go.
Y'all are so annoying with these twins. Oh my God, not Tia and Tamara and Venus and Serena though. I almost choked. That almost took me out.
You gotta go, Mary Kate and Ashley.
Oh my God.
That's that.
You're annoying. But yeah, so these eliminations, finally our girl, one of them at least, finally got eliminated. Jillian, it was time to go. That was just wrap it up.
It was definitely
Look, wrap
her
it up.
time.
Don't even sugarcoat it, Jillian. It was time.
It was her time to go. And she went out, I guess, with her chin up, which is okay.
Right.
But barely, because she was like real salty when she left.
And then she was like, who was the weakest link? And then she said George, of course.
No, she said Tehran.
Oh, that's right.
She said she loves Tehran to death, but
we didn't even talk about Tehran.
We didn't get on Tehran.
We can talk about him briefly, because that's all. That was the only appearance. He had a brief
honestly,
appearance.
it sounded like he was more concerned with Sierra. And
I
then,
think he in his feelings. Ain't he acting like he
is.
real in his feelings?
I feel like he is too.
So deep in his feelings.
They not booed up no more. Like
I know. And shout out to Sierra for noticing that it was a distraction and this is a competition, because that's really big of her, because most women will fall into that.
Right.
Like even in your personal life, sometimes it can be a distraction.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that times are changed, because women are more like empowered.
We're bossing up.
Yeah, and Sierra's like, oh, it's a distraction. And then like Tehran is, what's his name? Tehran?
Yeah.
Is it Tehran?
Tehran.
I don't understand. Tehran is like, it's like the roles reversed. Like Tehran's in his feelings. Like, oh, she not talking to me. Like she being distant.
And I feel like that affected his performance. I feel that's why he was quiet, because he asked her something like, "Okay, you good? Okay."
He must be a Cancer. He's too emotional.
But it was cute seeing it reversed like that, because usually a man would be the one like, "All right, I gotta fall back."
Oh, I love seeing it reversed. I'm like evil in that regard.
Go Sierra, keep it up.
Yeah, not evil, but I'm like, that makes me excited for women. Girl power.
But anyway, speaking of not letting distractions get you off focus.
Oh yes, absolutely. It's time for our live read. So, hey, AfterBuzzers, our network produces after shows for all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There is no other network, I repeat, no other network, that works harder to serve our television fans. But we need your help. You guys can help us. So we're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made just for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow, right? And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be. They are optional. So hit the subscribe button now for our channel and check out our other AfterBuzz TV shows as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we will thank you on air live. For now on, thanks for being the best fans and helping us be the ESPN of Talk TV.
Yes, thank you so much for that, Chellz.
Yes.
And if you're listening to us on iTunes right now, go ahead and give it that 5-star rating also. But yeah, so Tehran was definitely off his game though, because you could just definitely tell from the beginning he was just like, "Oh, Sierra not giving me my attention no more." He just like, I don't know, all in his
like, get over it, please, immediately.
Like, Sierra, what you did to Tehran, girl?
Yes,
you did something.
Jillian tried to throw him under the bus real fast though, like, nah, Tehran, he was just not there. But then he was like, I raised $700, oh sis. Like, what you?
He was like,
she didn't raise enough money. She didn't bring nobody in. And all she did was focus on a social media campaign that didn't even get reposted.
Oh, and then when he asked her, he said, what was your engagement? She was like, it was a lot. He said, more than 100. It was more than one.
Like, what? So you only got like 5?
Right.
So that means that you have to see that, okay, this isn't working.
Yeah.
Again,
absolutely. And do something else.
Granted, I will say Jillian did ask people and tell people the idea. Nobody said anything, though. Nobody was like, I'm not feeling that. I don't think that's a good choice.
She probably wasn't thinking about it, though.
What she should have done is reached out to a social media influencer and had them repost it, because that's what they do anyway. Yeah. And then maybe it could have went more viral then, but, she didn't.
She was focused on the wrong things.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not on the show, so.
And then didn't she say, like, her little campaign only made, like, $25, though? Or, like, how'd she get that money? And then 75 was just, like, a couple people that came and donated?
Very confused.
So it was like, so he was like, so you only made $100.
And then you're saying Tehran is the weakest link, but he made 700.
Tehran was like a silent assassin this episode. He was very quiet, but he was definitely attacking.
And to me, she's not even a people person. So other than you doing the social media, I didn't see her talking to people. I didn't see any personality besides her getting on the mic at the end and thanking people. Yeah. And even that was quite aggressive. I was like, ooh. I'll be like, okay. Like, thank you for coming.
Everything just aggressive.
So angry all the time. Thank you for coming. It's like, okay, all right.
How's she doing, Shamarri?
It's just like, thank you guys for coming. It's just like, the mic's up here, and I just don't understand.
I'm mad.
Looking so,
I'm mad.
So mad.
It's just always a pout with her, but
like, I ain't finna argue with you.
Not fly.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm actually kind of happy that Jillian went. You actually called it like 2 weeks ago.
I keep calling. I called Jonathan with a J.
You did.
And then I called Jillian.
Was
that her name?
You didn't call Grace?
I not
called her, but I'm like, I'm
Grace
still
since
like,
day one.
I'm still like next week. I'm still focused on
the eliminations for the past couple of weeks, and then I must say, whoever I say tonight, you might go home.
Let's get into these little predictions real fast.
You want to go before we do the trivia?
I mean, we can do that after.
Okay.
We can wrap up the show and then do the fun stuff at the end.
Okay.
I forget.
All right, so yeah, let's go into our little predictions.
Now, your AfterBuzz TV.
So next week, it seems like they're just going like above and beyond. T.I. is actually telling them that they have to pitch a movie next week. And so, I don't know. I was thrown off by Crystal talking about she won a $40 million budget.
Yeah.
Like, sis, what type of Tyler Perry production are you trying to create with $40 million?
Spielberg production?
Right.
40 million.
Did they research that?
Like, did y'all get Ava DuVernay too? Like,
I mean, is this
budget,
Transformers or what's going on? He said
the Equalizer, like I don't know.
He said BT budget clip. I'm just
40.
I said startup film festival budget. No, we really don't even know what the budget is because we haven't seen it.
They're gonna end up on BET Cinemas, you know, a little Saturday nights at 8.
No shade because the show's on BET.
And they be having some good movies though.
No, they really do.
Like Lifetime little features on there. So
yeah, BET comes with it with the movies.
They do. But yeah, no, I'm still just predicting Grace will go home.
Are you? Who do you predict?
I'm still on Grace.
I
just don't understand what she's contributing. I'm not seeing it.
I don't know either. I am kind of nervous for Jonathan though, because I think this is like his field of stuff that he's most like known for. You know what I mean? Being like the host and being on TV and in production and all that type of good stuff. So it's like this might be his challenge that everybody's gonna be like, well, Jonathan, you know the most. Like, you know what I mean? You got to step up. So
I think it's Tehran.
You think so?
Yeah, because there was a clip of him and Seer kind of like arguing. I don't know if it was because of Tehran or if it was because of what was going on, something by the water. But I feel that his distraction is going to lead to his demise. Hashtag your distraction can lead to your demise.
I like that.
Ooh, I like that. That is a word. I'm going to put that in my own notes. But I think it's Tehran.
No, yeah. You got to get out his feelings if you want to stay.
They are kind of like the two weakest leagues right now, though. We already got rid of Jillian. And then it's like, dang, I didn't know Javi was going to leave. I'm still kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe she's going to leave either.
I'm kind of surprised Joe was crying about it, though. I didn't really see
Wasn't nobody crying for her, though.
Tears.
That's the cold part. Like,
yeah, everybody was like,
suck the tears up, girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, that's our little predictions. That wraps up our show for now. But let's get into our little T.I. trivia real fast before we wrap up. Of course, everybody, you know our T.I. trivia. As always, this is all things T.I. 4 questions, multiple choice. If you guys know the answers, please let us know you think so in the comments. All right, ladies, our T.I. trivia. Our first question is, why did T.I. choose to drop his childhood nickname, Tip? Was it he felt it was unprofessional? A. B. He felt the record label forced him to change it. C. It was too close to the rapper Q-Tip. Or D. He didn't want women to think it was a sexual reference.
I'm going to go with B.
I'm going to go with C.
Shamarri, you were actually right on that one.
Really?
He didn't want to get confused with Q-Tip.
Yeah, it's too close to another person's name. You can't have that.
Oh.
That's funny.
I didn't think of
Such
that.
a vibrant thing.
I'm not really good with this trivia, so let's just get on with it. I never win.
It's all right, Chellz. Number 2, which one of T.I.'s classic songs was released 10 years ago today? Was it Live Your Life? Was it was it B, Swagger Like Us? Or was it C, Bring 'Em Out? Or was it D, Whatever You Like?
Bring 'Em Out.
It was B, Swagger Like Us, because I am a Twitter troll and it's been all over Twitter all day.
Yeah, okay, yeah, right. Yes, Chellz, thank you. You got that
okay,
right.
1-1.
We're 1-1 right now. Wow. So number 3, which Young Money member does not have a song with T.I.? Does not. Is it A, Tyga? Is it B, Drake? C, Lil Wayne? Or D, Nicki Minaj?
Tyga.
Tyga.
You guys are correct. Tyga's the only one.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's like from Arsenio Hall. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, 90s.
You know. Number 4, our bonus question. What did T.I. buy when he first got his label signing bonus? Was it A, he paid off all his debts? Was it B, he bought Tiny's dream home? Was it C, he paid his uncle off for helping him? Or was it D, he bought a Rolls Royce?
I would hope he paid off his debt.
I would say C, his uncle.
I'd say A, but I'm not sure if that's
that
what
sounds too responsible.
That's very responsible.
Yeah, C.
It's either A or he got Tiny a house.
Which one?
It's actually Chellz. You see, you actually got that right. Yeah, he actually paid off his uncle with his first check.
Remember this? Raise the roof.
So was it 2-2?
Yes. Yeah, it was actually a tie because you guys both said Tyga. I was like, wait. Yeah, so actually it's a tie tonight, ladies. Wow. Thank you guys so much.
You guys remember that?
We're getting better. We're getting better.
Yes. That was a good round of T.I. trivia tonight.
It was.
But yes, before we get out of here, what's our news and gossip, Shamarri?
Yes,
Tea report.
yes. Let me get into that really quick because it is super juicy. Okay, so basically, Asia Epperson, she's an actress. Rumored as T.I.'s side chick, right? She was considered a homewrecker on Instagram, so she wanted to make a comment to that statement that was said to T.I. and Tiny's relationship, and this is exactly what she says. A homewrecker I would never be. Not my style. I'm into building, baby. However, on another note, just so you know, you can't wreck a wrecked home. So that was definitely a dig. So in response to all of that, Tiny and T.I. obviously had some issues, and since the Bobby Brown movie was just coming out, and she's actually starring in the movie as a character.
What character did she play?
She played Kim, one of Bobby's exes. I think one of his first baby mamas, I think.
Okay.
And basically, Tiny does not want T.I. ever mentioning her name again or even watching her on TV.
Okay, that's obsessive. I can't watch her on TV.
Wait, but you know what's even more tea? Why do I think this is the same Asia who plays in Greenleaf?
Oh, I was going to say, I thought she was that same girl he was spotted with recently, and he was like rubbing and kissing on her, and it was like a little clip of him in the door.
They were saying they think that this may be the same girl, but there's no.
I think it is the same girl.
It might be. And that's, unfortunately, it's just embarrassing to have that type of situation with your husband. I mean,
Absolutely.
We're married. We have to even have restrictions on what we watch because you can't even, it's just stupid. And, of course, it's public, so everybody on your business. It's just...
And don't be a homewrecker. Apartments, maybe. Condo apartments, maybe.
My whole thing is just I thought they were going down a better path. Remember, he just got Tiny a new car for her birthday. They've been spotted out doing little couple things now. He upped her security.
But that's been their history. That's been their history, though.
Those are all just cover ups.
They're to the point where they're almost like best friends.
Yeah.
It's like he's always gonna hold her down. He's always gonna protect her, but he's always gonna cheat on her. So it's like, what do you want?
It's a lose-win situation, I guess.
Yeah,
it's almost like the value of marriage just goes down completely.
Yeah, but then the minute she was spotted taking a picture with Floyd, he acted like it was just...
But ain't that how it always go, though? The men don't ever want you to do anything on your own, but it's the moment you step out and get your little Stella got her groove back together, and it's just oh, what? You got a new man now?
I'm double standard.
I'm about to get you and him. Okay, now you're trying to be on some fatal attraction. No.
It's crazy, but that's been their life.
It's unfortunate. Hopefully things change in the near future. I mean, it's been 10 years for them?
It's not changing at this point.
But that's crazy. You can't even watch TV shows now. Come on.
That's
because what is that gonna do though? Him seeing her, he can still go on Instagram and look at it, and go on websites and look.
Or he can FaceTime her.
Right. I mean, that's not gonna change anything. If he wants to cheat, he's gonna cheat, whether you restrict his viewing or not.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. Wish you guys the best though.
Yeah, we wish the Harris family the best, but.
Stay strong.
But yes, that it for our news and gossip.
Yes,
that is it.
Yes, but all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for another after show of Grand Hustle with us. I'm your host, Kayla Rene. You can find me on IG at @the_Kayla Rene.
And you can also find me on Twitter and on IG at Chellz Evette, ChellzEvette.
And lastly, guys, you can find me on Instagram at Shamarri Hartzog.
Yes, we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.